All right, so let's try this again. Sitting on our mat or sitting on a blanket or a moment to set up our breath before adding in a potential layer of intention. So hands resting on our knees, shoulders rolled back and down. We inhale to a nice long spine, and with the exhale, you can just release your head a deep breath in and deep breath out. Again, taking a full deep breath in and releasing a full deep breath out. Then this is a great time to add in an audible exhalation through the mouth. So that might sound something deeply in through the nose and exhale. And continuing to sit here and breathe here, you can take as many of those audible exhales as feels good and right for you. Noticing any sort of cathartic, any sort of soothing sensation. Noticing where those are. Now tonight we'll be taking a really sweet and chill practice. Maybe next time we'll do something a touch more dynamic. I know a few of you are looking for that yoga world, so to speak. Intention, it's basically just like a prism or a filter. It's saying what's something that so as I mentioned in a few moments ago when we were doing that last live stream link, for some of you, maybe the intention, what brings you here to practice is just quiet. Maybe you're feeling frazzled or like a bundle of nerves from whatever the day threw at you, from overstimulation. Maybe you're in a house with a bunch of kids or roommates and it just feels like a bit much. Or conversely, if you are in a quarantine or semi-quarantine situation, during all this corona craziness, maybe even by yourself, you might be feeling pretty isolated. And so a sweet intention to bring to this practice could just be connecting with yourself, realizing kind of the power of self, or just connecting with each of us, even if it's virtually, syncing up our breaths and just moving and sharing this space together for the next half hour or however long, we end up practicing. Just kind of gonna let it flow tonight. So let's just take one more moment here, transitioning to a bit of silent meditation. To quiet the noise, and that includes the noise inside your own mind. Just simplifying to a place of breath in by the breath. So inhale, we sit extra super tall, and exhale, you can just release your head forward and over to the left. And as you inhale, return your head forward into your chest and bring your head over to the right. Inhaling forward and right. And as you exhale, release your head forward and left and all the way around, taking 3. And breathing 2. Tightness in your neck and just breathing into that place. Now returning your head center. Inhale, let's roll those shoulders up and exhaling down and forward. One more time, just like that. And reversing the direction again, letting slow feel good. Inhaling back and up. And exhaling forward and down. Twice more, inhaling back and up. And exhaling forward and down. Now one more time, just like this. And as we inhale, we're just going to sweep our arms up toward the ceiling, lengthen, lift, reach. As you exhale, open your arms, gently release the head, look up. As you inhale, lengthen arms up to the ceiling, back around, open the chest, looking up. And exhale, we're rounding and contracting. So I'm just going to rotate so that hopefully you can see a touch better here. We're moving from an opening to a rounding, almost a cat-like sensation. Breathing, another 2. And breathing 1. Now inhale, reach those arms and eyes up. And as you exhale, just fold forward over your legs, round your back, release your head and neck as you breathe here for 5. And breathing 4. For 3. And breathing 2. 1 more full breath here. Inhale, let's walk our hands back to our body, returning to seated. And exhale, we can just switch between the feet. Whichever leg was on top or in front, you can recross and put that leg in the back. So again, inhale, sweep those arms up. And with the exhale, we're opening in a sort of V, open the chest. And inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, wrap your hands behind your body, this time placing the second hand on top. Inhale, inching those fingers around, and exhale, round and contract. Breathing another 2. And breathing 1. Now inhale, unwind, lengthen the arms, lift the eyes, and exhale, fold forward over your legs. Once again, rounding the back, releasing the head and the neck as you breathe. 5. And breathing 4. 3. And breathing 2. Now 1 more breath here. We're going to swing forward to tabletop to our hands and knees. So with your inhale, you can place your hands under your shoulders, and with your exhales, walk your knees back underneath your hips. And we're going to, so with fingers spread wide, as we inhale, let's open the chest, expand, look up. And as we exhale, we're rounding and contracting, chin to the chest, push the mat away. As you inhale, open, expand. And as you exhale, round and contract. Breathing here, another 3. And breathing, another 2. 1 more full deep breath. And with our inhale, let's walk our hands back to our knees, bringing our shoulders upright over hips, over knees. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down, set your palms to face forward. Now inhale, sweep your arms and your eyes up by the low back. Palms by the low back, fingers by the glutes. Rolling your shoulders back as you breathe in. Release the head and look up, releasing head and neck. Anyone who's feeling particularly open and would like to continue toward camel pose, that's of course an option as you breathe for 3. And breathing 2. And breathing 1. Inhale, reach those arms and eyes up. And exhale, plant the hands back on the mat underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to transition in a moment to down dog. Anyone who's just seeking to rest and ground can take child's pose, widening knees and sitting back on heels. Otherwise, joining me for down dog, we tuck our toes under, and as we inhale, we begin to lengthen our legs, and with our exhale, we ground our heels, pressing our hips away from our hands. You can begin to walk out your dog. That's when you bend one knee and straighten the opposite leg. Breathing 4. And breathing 3. Hey, David. Now come back up to stand on those knees. And as you exhale, you can take your right foot and step it forward on the mat. Inhaling arms. With your exhale, take your right hand and see if you can wrap it around your left forearm. Inhale, lengthen that left arm up. And exhale, we're just going to tip over toward your right. So I'll rotate just in case it helps y'all see better. Your front right foot is lunging, and you're just taking a nice little side stretch here as you breathe for 3. And breathing, 2. Now one more full breath here. Inhale, on the mat, right knee bent. You can walk the right foot forward as you inhale, and then bring that right knee over the right ankle as you. Anyone seeking something a touch more engaging can always tuck the back toes and lengthen the back leg. But otherwise, we're taking a nice end of day practice here. You can just look up and feel the beating of your heart as you breathe into the opening of the left hip for 3. And breathing, 2. Now one more full breath here. Inhale, let's shift our weight back to our left knee, straightening our front right leg. And exhale, we fold forward, releasing our hands to our front leg or toward the mat. Now I should mention, anyone who's experiencing knee sensitivity, exhale, palms come together, right knee steps back to meet the left. Inhale, stretch those arms up, and exhale, we bring our hands all the way behind our back for a second round of that supported camel. Inhale, shoulders open, exhale, head releases, look up. And breathing here, you can stay vertically aligned, or again, press those hips forward, press your shoulders back. And breathing, 2. One more full deep breath. Inhale, come back to standing on those knees, reach up, and exhale, hands to the mat. Taking puppy pose before we continue to our second side of hip opener. In puppy pose, we step our knees to the edges of the mat, and we begin to slide our hands forward away from our hips. Now, unlike in child's pose, we're breathing here for 3. And breathing, 2. One more full breath. And I kind of want to stay here a little longer. I don't know if you're enjoying it as much as I am. Just breathing into that nice front body opening. And whenever you're ready, and breathing, 3. Another 2. And breathing, 1. One more inhale, and exhale, lower the knees. Reach those arms up. Exhale, open the arms wide. Inhale, extend, and this time on the exhale, your left hand is gripping your right. We're reaching up, and we're just tipping toward your left, breathing here in this side body stretch. Again, I'll rotate it if it makes it a bit easier to understand the movement, the elongation. Breathing, 3. And breathing, 2. Now one more full deep breath here. Inhale, reach those arms and eyes up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. To bring that front left foot forward, to bend that left knee a bit deeper. Breathing into the opening of your right hip for another 3. And breathing, 2. And breathing, 3. For 2. To switch. Bump, bump. And standing on your mat, let's just take a moment and set up our mountain pose. So our feet are hips distance apart, lifting all 10 toes and pressing down each toe from pinky toe to big toe. Calves and thighs lifted. Put them in a V. And what are we doing here? We're creating space in both the front and the back body. You can imagine that there's somebody pulling up and out on your left hand and up and out on your right hand. So there's a sense of expansion and extension as you stand and you breathe in your body. Healthy and strong and alive in this moment, regulating your mind and regulating your body just by allowing each breath in and each breath out to take place. For another 2. One more full deep breath in, and as you exhale, you can bring one hand toward your heart, only to you. And if you feel so moved, maybe sending a message back of love, of care, and of calm, letting these emotions, these messages radiate through your palms. Breathing another 3. And breathing another 2. Now one more full deep breath here. A lot of us are struggling to kind of find balance in what is a new fabric of daily life. So we invite balance into our lives through triangle pose. In triangle, we separate our feet, left foot steps to the left, right foot steps to the right, and you can open your right foot 90 degrees to the side. We inhale our arms up to shoulder height, and as we exhale, we roll the shoulder right, like something's almost out of reach, but almost in reach. And as you exhale, you can lower right hand to the right leg and left arm to the sky. Now, if possible, both legs are straight, and this is less about how low you reach and more about a sense of extension and Now, one more full deep breath. We just continue with a little counter pose for a breath or 2. Inhale, standing. Keep your legs as they are. And exhale, we tip back into what we call reverse triangle. Breathing 2. Body that's switching. So you can bring your right foot 90 degrees in, and now your left foot 90 degrees turned out. And I'll adjust the monitor. Hand lowers to the left leg, right arm rises up to the sky. And again, breathing here, you can feel your feet and your toes rooting down as your arms reach up. And just see if you can find your counterbalance. Exhale, tipping back the other way, bringing that left arm overhead for 2. And 1. Inhale, stand tall. You can release your arms. And exhale, we're going to turn our feet to point out. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down. And exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, coming nice and low. Now you can stay here in a sort of high squat, or if it feels better for you, maybe bring your feet a touch closer together and release your hands or elbows to your thighs, coming into a nice deep squat here. Breathing another 2. Now one forward toward that front right leg, round the back, release the head and neck as you breathe for 3. And breathing 2. Now one more deep breath here. As we inhale, let's reach arms up, and exhale, we're just taking a little twist to the left. So our left hand is weight in that back left hand. And exhale, deepening the twist, looking back over your left shoulder for 3. As you inhale, unwind, and exhale, just release that left leg long. Second side, inhale, hug the right knee, and exhale, open it to the side. Inhale, stretch your arms and eyes up, smile up, and exhale, fold forward over your front left leg. For 2. And breathing 1. Sitting tall, deepening your twist for 3. And breathing 2. Shoulders back, just open your chest, release your head, close your eyes, and breathe here, enjoying that sense of heart opening. If you're looking for a touch more engagement tonight, you can rotate your fingers to face forward, firmly planting your feet on the mat, and inhale, hips up in line with knees and shoulders. Exhale, full breath in, and if your hips are in the air, you can lower them on the exhale. Now returning to a comfortable cross-legged position, or if you prefer, taking half lotus with one foot on the opposite thigh. We'll just continue with 1 or 2 more seated stretches and then wind it on down tonight. Let's inhale that left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, you can bend the left elbow and bring that left hand between your shoulder blades. And inhale the right arm up. And with the exhale, sit tall on your inhale and just tip over toward your right on your exhale, breathing 3. And breathing 2. One more full deep breath here. Inhale, unwind, reach your arms and your eyes up. And exhale, palms come together. Inhale, roll that leg can go on the bottom. And taking the second side, inhale your right arm up. And exhale, bend at the right elbow. Breathing 2. And breathing 1. Inhale, arms and eyes up. And as you exhale, palms come together at heart center. Now keep your hands here at heart center with me, rolling your shoulders back. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what is it that you could really use right now? Is it calm? Is it reassurance? Is it connection? Is it care? And just see if you can charge your hands up with those things. And in a moment, we'll just continue to just a touch of gentle massage before laying down and moving toward the conclusion of our practice. So full breath in. With the exhale, we're going to take our hands and just place them gently on the sides of our neck. And you can close your eyes. And we're just going to take a few breaths here, self-massage. So for some of you that you might know exactly what to do. For others of you, you can kind of just cup the fingers or apply gentle pressure, alternating left and right, and seeing what feels good for you, maybe releasing the head and neck. We just bring our awareness to it, our attention to it. So maybe we're not at the spa now, but just treating ourselves to a moment of touch, of connection, paired with our breath. Breathing another 2. And breathing 1. Gently releasing your hands, let's lay ourselves down toward our back as we transition to a couple final poses and relaxation. So we're laying on our mat, our knees are bent, and ankles. So in tentacles, our feet are wide, our knees are gently tipped in toward one another, and our hands rest on our tummy. We close our eyes. And we're just taking a moment here to slow down and unwind, feeling the way that our low back roots down toward the mat, letting our hands surf the waves of each breath in and each breath out. For another full under our knees, and our knees are now pointing toward the ceiling. Continuing with just a little bit of a glute stretch, a hip opener. Inhale one leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, you can cross that elevated ankle just to rest on the opposite knee. Now we take our hands and we hug our thigh into the chest. So for me, I'm hugging my left thigh in. My fingers are interlaced, wrapped behind my left thigh or in front of my left shin. I feel my low back grounding on the mat as I breathe into the sensation of stretch, of opening in the right glute and hip. For another 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full deep breath in. And with the exhale, you can release your leg. So for me, that's releasing the left foot. Inhale your leg long to the sky. I'm inhaling my right leg up. And exhale, release that right foot back down. And we're just going to take the second side. So inhaling left leg up, or whatever the second side is for you. And exhale, crossing ankle to rest just above the knee. Inhale, hugging that thigh or shin in. And exhale, just breathing here. Again, breathing into stillness and sensation, enjoying the sense of connection between your low back and the mat. For another 3. And breathing 2. Now one more full breath here. And with the exhale, release the hands, return the foot to the mat.
Inhale, lengthen the top leg up, and exhale, release that leg down. We're going to continue with a touch of breath work in our heart, by our sides, or perhaps one hand on tummy and one hand on heart. Full deep breaths, breathing here. You can close your eyes, and again, just start to slow down to allow yourself, and taking a moment here for those things. And if that intention was perhaps connection, then realizing that we are connected right now. I'm practicing with you, you're practicing with me, in just staying as you are and feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat and breath. Or perhaps taking just a touch, a moment of breath work. 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. We're not going to elongate today, keeping it steady. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 3, 2, and 1. Feel welcome to stay exactly as you are, reclined here in butterfly pose. Or at this point, to let your knees point back up to the ceiling and to transition to laying long on your back, long legs, long arms, or perhaps curled onto your side. The idea for our closing few minutes in relaxation is just to bring yourself to a position that's as cozy and comfortable as possible. So if you have a blanket, this could be a nice time to cover yourself back up in a blanket. If you have a sweatshirt, this could be a good time to zip it up and put it back on. Our bodies have a tendency of cooling down pretty quickly. Eyes closed. Let's draw our attention to that first deep breath in. And just notice when your body chooses to release it back out again. Again, drawing a full deep breath in and releasing it with a full and a deep exhale. And just as we started with those audible exhalations through the mouth going, ha, maybe try those on for size. See if that could feel good for you tonight. To take a few breaths, each of them ending in ha, allowing your body to release. And as you lay here and as you breathe here, I'll just plant a little seed. There's an idea that I find very beautiful, and I believe it's called down regulating. And what does that actually mean? So in our day-to-day life, there are mild things that kind of rub us the wrong way, or stressors. And sometimes we can allow those to build and build and build and really kind of propel us into what's called fight or flight mode, where our entire kind of neuroprocessing system is in a state of heightened alertness. Hour after, whenever you have time, just take a few of these deep cleansing breaths. Then that allows you to kind of de-escalate those stress and anxiety levels to prevent them from getting to the point where they take over your entire outlook and where they take over your entire being. And so searching for these little moments of breath and connection during the day, glued to the news or in isolation, or maybe just a little bit nervous about what's going on out there. So anyway, continuing to lay in your relaxation. As you lay here, letting each breath bring a deeper wave of release, of calm and comfort to your body. And realizing that in relaxation, your job is to do nothing. There's no expectations of you in relaxation. There's no perfect way to be. We're just allowing our body to do what it does best, which is breathe in and breathe out. And we're giving ourselves permission to receive the breath, and to enjoy the breath as we lay here. Now, as I mentioned before, if you have the time to stay in this relaxation, please do so. It is so good for you, for your body, your heart, your mind, your immune system, to just engage in this space of rest. If you do feel ready to bring your practice to a close, you can begin to deepen your side, traditionally the right hand side, for a moment of transition. With hands on our knees, or perhaps together at heart center, we can inhale sitting tall, and exhale, release the head forward and connect it to all others involved in this practice, all others around you. Take another moment with this sense of grounding and peace, maybe setting an intention to go forward into your evening, into tomorrow, into the week ahead, with just a touch of the calm together. And we'll close our practice as 3 deep breaths. Here where I teach in Jerusalem, we often end our practice by just saying shalom, which combines the Hebrew word of peace, shalom or salam, with, see if that feels good for you, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Inhale to shalom. Shalom. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you for your joining me. Thank you for your practice. And just blessing each of you and each of us with a week of calm, of health, of kindness. This was our first time trying a live stream here on YouTube. So if you have feedback, namaste. Bye, y'all. See you soon.